Your character is having a heart attack on stage or on film. How do you act a heart attack convincingly? Well, a lot of actors, they would clutch their heart and go, generally thrash about on stage, knocking things over, clutching their heart, and generally not giving much thought to why the heart attack was happening, what led up to the heart attack, and how are they trying to deal with the heart attack in the moment of the piece. A heart attack is a condition that a character would be playing, and it's something that most of us, if we're lucky, have never experienced. I have had a couple of family members who have died from heart attacks and a couple of friends who have had heart attacks and survived. And either way, it's no joke. So let's first talk about what a heart attack is. Obviously, it's when your heart either stops beating or beats very rapidly or beats very irregularly and in such a manner that it causes all sorts of physiological reactions in your body. It can cause oxygen to leave your brain, so you might pass out or strain as if you were choking. Oftentimes a heart attack is confused with choking. A heart attack starts with pain maybe in the left arm, tingling, numbness, shoulder pain, back pain. It can radiate throughout your whole body. You can get a headache. You can feel sweaty and nauseous. And most people describe a heart attack as having an overwhelming sense of dread. Something terrible is going wrong, and then that heart attack hits. And when that hits, you've felt the feeling of a heartbeat dropping in your normal life. Most of us have had some sort of arrhythmia at some point, and there's that sinking in the chest feeling. Well, imagine that sinking in the chest feeling happening over and over and over again at irregular intervals, and that panic that might ensue when you see something like that, you know? We want to substitute something in our lives because most of us haven't felt a heart attack. We need to find substitutions for this kind of pain and tingling. Surely we felt numbness and on our arm tingling. So if your character is in the scene leading up to it, maybe there's a point where they're rubbing their hand or adjusting or wondering why their arm is sore or tingly. Maybe their neck is sore and they're responding to that. We've all had those kind of pains. And we've all probably experienced some overwhelming sense of dread, some foreboding somewhere. And you want to take that and magnify it and then push all that energy into your chest. So it's like a discovery, like, oh hell, something's going wrong. Oh God, and then as you're having the heart attack, it seizes up your functions. Your character may or may not just let it happen and go, may fall to the ground, or maybe try to hide it, mask it, like brush it off like it's just a gas attack or something like that. Most people don't want to accept the fact that they're having a heart attack or a stroke or anything like that. So you want to play that unbelievability of the character. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me in this moment. And find recovery. You might need to reach for a table. You might need to reach for a chair or grab your balance. Your legs might give out due to the lack of blood. You might feel lightheaded because of the lack of blood going to your brain. And that chest is still gonna be super painful, more painful than anything you've ever experienced. And so you gotta play that too. And it's hitting you, it's debilitating. So all of those things have to go into play. If you're playing a heart attack or a death scene and you feel weird or awkward about it and it just doesn't feel right, you need to focus on those little details. What led up to it? Where is that sense of dread? What is the character's objective in the scene? What are they trying to do? And what is the stress level of that character? What is causing this heart attack to manifest itself? Sometimes they just happen, and sometimes they're induced by stress. So find those things, and then how does your character react to it? How do they try to mask it? And what ultimately happens to the character? Do they die, or do they go on to be recovered or have CPR done on them? It all depends on the script. So your characters had a heart attack. Was it all a bad dream and they wake up? Or do they try coughing to stop themselves from having a heart attack? Or do they die from trauma? Choose one of those answers.